Hello everyone and welcome to PendulumEdu, and here in this session I am here to discuss a few set of words with you for vocabulary. Now we have been working rigorously and continuously on enhancing the word power or the vocabulary section that many of us face trouble with. So let's begin with today's article, and those who haven't attended the previous sessions, they can go on the playlist and get the sessions. The article for today heads as Crisis in Caucasus on Armenia, Azerbaijan and Nagorno-Karabakh. Now here, even we had a standoff with China, India-China standoff article that we did. Similarly here on the borders, there are tensions going on. There are border tensions that they two are facing. Now what's that and why the tension is there, we are going to discuss here with words, that is to understand. Azerbaijan, Armenia and Karabakh rebels should go back to the ceasefire. Ceasefire is used here as noun, which means a break or a gap in the fight. So this is basically एक तरीके का जो रोक लगा दिया जाए, रोकथाम कुछ समय के लिए. So basically ceasefire is that for a particular time period, for some time, the countries should decide that they should stop this, they should stop the war, they should stop the conflict that's going on the borders. The ongoing fighting between Armenian rebels and Azerbaijani army in Nagorno-Karabakh, a self-declared republic within Azerbaijan, risks becoming a wider regional conflict. Now they say that the ongoing thing, that the fight, the war, the thing that's going on at present, it might result or it might turn out to be a regional conflict, a wider regional conflict. Conflict is kind of a jung, एक जंग जो होती है, ठीक है? It's a noun, conflict भी noun है. It's a fight or a war. Okay? तो basically ये एक regional conflict बन जाएगी, एक particular कहते हैं ना कि एक कम्युनिटी से रिलेटेड या एक रीजन से रिलेटेड, तो वो एक रीजनल कॉन्फ्लिक्ट बन जाएगा. उस हिस्से के लिए हो सकता है ये कॉन्फ्लिक्ट्स बार बार हों, ठीक है? सो दे आर सेइंग इट कैन बिकम अ ह्यूज थिंग. एट प्रेजेंट इट शुड बी subdued, I would say. Though Armenia and Azerbaijan agreed to a Russia-mediated ceasefire last week, they agreed that when Russia mediated, like Russia took an opportunity and it acted as a mediator between the two, and the suggestion that it gave was to have a ceasefire, and both the nations or both the countries agreed to it. That Armenia and Azerbaijan, they agreed to the ceasefire thing last week after days of fighting. The truce crumbled. Truce is a ceasefire. It's a synonym for ceasefire. Truce is also a noun. It's a synonym to ceasefire. Crumbled immediately amid a blame game. Crumbled like it got cancelled, it ended. Crumble is to end, like खराब हो जाना. It ended immediately amid a blame game. A blame game, we all know, it's a simple thing. एक दूसरे पे इल्जाम लगाना, ठीक है? So what they were doing, they were actually blaming each other for things, and at the end what happened, the ceasefire or the truce, it broke, it crumbled. Whatever the truth is, an emboldened Azerbaijan backed by Turkey. Emboldened here has been used as an adjective. I'm going to wipe the screen off and explain you the meaning. So emboldened is used as an adjective here. Why Azerbaijan is said to be emboldened, you will get to know. Emboldened means strengthened, Shaktishali. Okay, embolden as a verb means to strengthen या किसी को मजबूत बनाना as a verb, okay? And here it's used as an adjective. Now, so emboldened Azerbaijan because it is supported by Turkey, it is backed by Turkey, seems determined to press ahead with its offensive. Like now Azerbaijan, since it is supported by Turkey, it seems that it is quite determined. वो बहुत सोच समझ के, और मतलब कहते हैं ना डिटर्मिन, मतलब वो ऐसा ही चाहते हैं, वो उस चीज़ में कोई कमी नहीं रखेंगे, वो निश्चित तौर पे ऐसा करने वाले हैं, वो डिटर्मिन्ड है. To press ahead with its offensive. The conflict over Nagorno-Karabakh is decades old. बहुत पुराना है, okay? The region, largely populated by ethnic Armenians, is located within the international boundaries of Azerbaijan. Under the Soviet Union, it was an autonomous province that was part of Azerbaijan Republic. So when the time was, like when we talk about Soviet Union, we are going way back in history. So in Soviet Union, in those times, it was, Nagorno-Karabakh was a part of Azerbaijan Republic, okay? And it was an autonomous province. Autonomous is an adjective, which means it was an independent province. Independent province tha, and it was a part of Azerbaijan Republic. Alright? So now that is why Azerbaijan is trying to express or dominate its right over this Nagorno-Karabakh, because it earlier used to be a part of the same. In 1988, when the Soviet power was receding is a verb, recede actually is the correct word, this is the ing form, recede, that is to get back or to go back, move back, backwards. पीछे हटना. So when Soviet power was receding, it was lessening, it was going down, the regional assembly in Nagorno-Karabakh voted to join Armenia, triggering ethnic clashes. Triggering, a trigger is a verb which means stimulating. मतलब कि उन्होंने उस चीज़ को उत्पन्न कर दिया, उत्पन्न करना या किसी चीज़ को प्रेरित करना. तो उन्होंने क्या प्रेरित किया है? उन्होंने प्रेरित किया है एथनिक क्लैशेस को, आपसी जो मतभेद हैं वो हो गए, क्योंकि जो रीजनल असेंबली थी उन्होंने वोट किया कि वो आर्मेनिया का हिस्सा बनना चाहते हैं, और जबकि वो थे सोवियत यूनियन के टाइम अज़रबैजान का पार्ट. After the Soviet disintegration in 1991, Armenia and Azerbaijan went to power over this largely mountainous forested enclave. Mountainous is an adjective which means a pahari. Okay, I'm going to write it clearly. Pahari. That is mountainous. That's an adjective full of mountains, full of forested enclave. By the time a ceasefire was reached in 1994, the rebels, with support from Armenia and Russia, had established their de facto rule, their in fact rule, like their real rule, and extended the influence to the Armenian border. Ever since, the border has remained tense. और तब से ये देखो, the entire paragraph gives you the history, gives you the backdrop of the issue or the tension that is prevailing at present. So earlier it was a part of Azerbaijan. When the regional assembly decided that they want to go to Armenia, they want to be a part of Armenia, there were ethnic clashes. Then when both Armenia and Azerbaijan they took control, or they expressed their right over it, then it began, the war began. Then in 1994 there was a ceasefire, but still when Armenia gave its rule with the help of Russia, it declared that this is its own, this is its part, and they are ruling it now. And then the border has been tensed since then. तब से ही ये tensions चलते आ रहे हैं border पर. What makes the clashes now far more dangerous is the external intervention. Intervention हस्तक्षेप मतलब दूसरों का interference. Okay, interference. Intervention is also now. Turkey has called Armenia a threat to peace in the region. The Azeris and Turks share ethnic and linguistic bonds. अभी क्या है, टर्की आज़रबैजान को क्यों सपोर्ट कर रहा है? बिकॉज आज़रिस और टर्क्स जो हैं, मतलब आज़रिस आज़रबैजान के लोग, टर्क्स जो टर्की के, वो लिंग्विस्टिक और रीजनल एथनिक बॉन्ड्स शेयर करते हैं, इसलिए टर्की कहती है कि जो आर्मेनिया है वो रीजन में जो पीस है उसके लिए थ्रेट है. Also, the pre-Soviet Azerbaijan was a local ally of Ottomans. Ally, that is a friend. Ally is a noun, friend जिसे हम मित्र कहते हैं. Okay? Ally of the Ottomans when they invaded Transcaucasia in the last leg of World War I. So again Azerbaijan, Ottomans obviously Turkey की बात करें हम, उनका friends थे उस time भी World War I के time. For Turkey, which under President Recep Tayyip Erdogan is trying to expand its geopolitical reach to the former Ottoman regions, the conflict over Nagorno-Karabakh is an opportunity to enter the South Caucasus. So Turkey, भाई जो पुराने या pre-Ottoman या कह सकते हो जो फॉर्मर ऑटोमन रीजन्स थे उन पर अपना हक जमाने की कोशिश कर ही रहा है टर्की. तो टर्की को दिखा कि ये एक अच्छा पॉइंट है, एक ये अच्छा नोट है जहाँ पर आज़रबैजान की मदद करके वो आज़रबैजान तो उनका फ्रेंड है ही, साथ के साथ अगर वो हिस्सा भी उनका आ जाता है तो आज़रबैजान टर्की एनीवेज दे आर फ्रेंड्स एंड दे शेयर द इक्वल इंटरेस्ट, कॉमन इंटरेस्ट. Turkey also has a particularly bad relationship with Armenia, but its problem is that Armenia is a member of Russia-led Collective Security Treaty Organization (CSTO). प्रॉब्लम यही है कि आर्मेनिया रशिया के साथ एक हिस्सा है रशिया का, and Russia is a powerful country, but we all know that. So that is a major problem for Turkey and for Azerbaijan, because if Armenia didn't have the back or the support of Russia, it would have been way easier to shut it and to dominate it. Moving ahead, the writer says Russia enjoys good economic and defense ties with both Armenia and Azerbaijan. So Russia के तो ties Azerbaijan के साथ भी अच्छे हैं. That is why Russia came up as a mediator, right? But Armenia, as a CSTO member and host to Russian military base, has more weight. So Armenia का थोड़ा सा पल्ला कहते हैं ना, पल्ला भारी है, because वो CSTO member भी है और साथ के साथ उनकी आर्मी मिलिट्री बेस का भी होस्ट है. In a wider conflict, Armenia could trigger Article 4 of the CSTO treaty and ask for Russian help. तो जो CSTO का जो ट्रीटी है उसमें अगर देखें, क्योंकि आर्मेनिया CSTO का हिस्सा है, so आर्मेनिया कैन आस्क फॉर हेल्प टू रशिया एंड रशिया हैज़ टू help because it cannot back it because it is in the treaty, it is on paper, it's in the law. And if Moscow responds favorably, that would pit Russia. Pit is used as a verb here, that means to put in a conflict with someone. किसी के साथ आपको कहते हैं ना एक जंग में खड़ा कर देना, तो वो होगा जंग में खड़ा कर देना. सो पिट रशिया अगेंस्ट टर्की. अगर मॉस्को भी सपोर्ट करता है तो फिर रशिया और टर्की के बीच में ये कॉन्फ्लिक्ट हो सकता है. A NATO member. Turkey is a NATO member. Russia, already involved in military conflicts in Syria, Ukraine and Libya, may not like opening another front. So Russia obviously जब वो already इतने problems face कर रहा है, इतने सारे conflicts में है, वो टर्की के साथ एक और नया conflict शुरू करना नहीं चाहेगा. That is why it has re-emphasized its neutrality and hosted talks in Moscow for a truce. और यही कारण है कि रशिया एक मीडिएटर की तरह आया और वो चाहते हैं कि आर्मेनिया और आज़रबैजान के बीच में ये सब चीज़ें सॉर्ट आउट हो जाएं. but it will be forced to take sides if the conflict spills into Armenia. अगर conflict बढ़ता है तो फिर obviously रशिया को अर्मेनिया का साइड लेना होगा. Both sides should understand the volatile situation. Volatile is an adjective used here which means weak or invariable. That keeps on changing. Sorry, variable. That keeps on changing. Okay, जो कमज़ोर है ऐसी सिचुएशन को, ऐसी वॉलेटाइल सिचुएशन को जिसमें कभी भी कुछ भी हो सकता है, इसको समझना चाहिए. एंड कॉल ऑफ द हॉस्टिलिटीज. हॉस्टिलिटी इज अ नाउन विच मीन्स अनफ्रेंडलीनेस. तो ये जो शत्रुता है इसको ख़त्म करना होगा. कॉल ऑफ, इट्स अ फ्रेजल वर्ब which means to end, ख़त्म करना. So we have to call off the hostility. Nagorno-Karabakh has in the past witnessed large-scale ethnic violence. Instead of risking a regional war, Azerbaijan, Armenia and Karabakh rebels should go back to the ceasefire and open up diplomatic channels. Diplomatic मतलब एक कुछ बीच का रास्ता सुलझा के, डिप्लोमेटिक एडजेक्टिव है, एक बीच का रास्ता निकाल के जहाँ पर अर्मेनिया अज़रबैजान दोनों का फ़ायदा हो, उनको ऐसा कुछ चैनल या एक ऐसा कोई रास्ता निकालना होगा और इन सब चीज़ों को यही रोकना होगा. This is the entire article. This is the suggestion by the writer and even by other nations as well, because nobody at the end wants a conflict, a wider conflict with another nation, right? Because at the end it's a loss of the people, it's loss of the economy, so no nation wants that. So this is the entire article. This is the reason of hostility on the Karabakh border, okay, or what is going on, what was the history, you know now about it. It was discussed in the second paragraph, and the words that we did again. So remember, truce and ceasefire, they are synonyms, okay? So in one article only, why the writer has used these words, because he didn't want to repeat ceasefire and again. So that is why they wanted to give you a different word, or to break the monotony of using a single word, because this word has been used multiple times already. Alright, so these were the words for today that we had discussed, and the list of the words is right there on the site. Go get practicing, like get over, like just get started with the practice. Alright, and the link is in the description for the word list, and you can go to the site and get practicing, like get started with the practice. I don't know what is happening today. Also subscribe to channel learners if you haven't subscribed for regular sessions with us, and we are also going with the CGL Tier 2 crash course, so do not forget to watch those sessions as well, and like and share the video as you always do, and as I always say. Thank you so much.